down. You had to face the vast unknown. Only a fool would think success is gonna come around. Had to go out and get it. If they wait on the right time, they trippin'. The time is now, the time is now. Remember that. Oh, had to make the decision and give thanks to those who believe it. I found this out before I left. My mama said go, and I'll pray for you.
Real life street stars. We in here with JI. What's going down?
What's up, man? Grinding, man.
Already, man. What you doing down here, man? You come a little ways, man. Where you from?
I'm from Akron, Ohio.
Already, man. Tell us about Akron.
Akron is a small city, you know, and it's a lot of talent in Akron, but it's a lot of negativity in Akron at the same time. We just need to figure out how to get rid of that negativity, or at least, reduce it, you know, to the point where the positivity can arise. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. That's real.
Hey, with all the negativity in Akron, man, what do you think caused that, man? Like, what are the people in Akron going through? You know what I'm saying? That's causing
I think it's not being aware of their potential, honestly.
Yeah.
And I think that's just with everybody, really. But you know, since that is where I'm from, like, there's so much potential there, and if they really did or was aware of their potential, they would.
Man,
it would be a totally different story.
That's real. That's real.
So you down here in Dallas, right? Mm-hmm. You headed to Austin tomorrow?
Headed to Austin tomorrow. Gonna network, catch some shows, and then on the 20th I have a performance.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Where you performing at?
What is it called? The
two bar. It's a lounge, luxury lounge, downtown Dallas.
Dom's Depot.
Dom's Depot. There you
Yeah, but Dom's Depot, 1600 West 6th Street.
Already, man. It's gonna be live out there, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna be doing some songs from my album. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's getting ready to come out.
Okay.
It's called On Your Way.
Underway.
Yeah, On Your Way. Yeah, I just dropped the video last the Thanksgiving that just dropped. It was like the first single video for the single. Y'all can check that out. JI On Your Way on YouTube.
Oh, On the Way. My bad. You actually shooting a video with tomorrow too, ain't you?
Yeah, shout out to Fast Money Flav, my homeboy D Hart. You know what I'm saying? He's actually from Akron, but he stays out here in Texas. You know what I'm saying? But we've been rocking since high school. You know what I'm saying?
Ready.
Yeah.
How did y'all link up? You said high school?
Yeah. Mutual homeboy, pretty much.
Ready. Back to Akron, man. With all the negativity going around at the time, how did you rise above it?
Having a support system, having a support group, from family to friends to pretty much that's it. And, you know, pretty much keeping my nose down in whatever it is I was trying to do. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, outside like that as a kid. You know what I'm saying? I was in the house, so I was just steady creating, whether it was drawing or making music or, you know, like trying to build forts and shit like that. You know
Yeah. I heard you come from a big family.
Yeah. I got, 13 brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? And I grew up in the household. I grew up with 6 of my siblings, you know what I mean? So really? It's a lot of us.
Yeah, I actually heard that your father was an artist as well.
Yeah, my father was a lead singer in a gospel group called Christian All Stars and the Gospel Heavyweights, based out of Akron, Ohio.
All right. Were you the only child that was into music, or was it?
Man, no. Pretty much my whole family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they all can do something. You know, sing, play the piano, rap, make beats, or, you know, something involved with music, dance, something. You know what I mean?
Hey, with your pops being, you know, into to Christian music in Akron, you know, who's praised more, man, Jesus or LeBron? I mean, for real, be honest. Jesus, who are they loving more?
It's
Jesus or LeBron?
2016. It's like I don't even know.
They fighting for the same spot, man. Jesus, man, that's what it is, man. And as far as coming from a musical background, tell us about kind of how you got into music yourself. You know what I'm saying, coming from behind your pops and stuff like that.
Man, him. It was like he would be recording music, writing songs, and playing the guitar. He had a little 8-track task cam, and he would like leave a room, make a sandwich or something, come back. Before he come back, I would go in there, you know what I'm saying, and just try to figure some stuff out before he came back. And most of the time he would catch me and be like, get out of here. But yeah, that's how I got started. And it was like watching In Living Color with my mom, you know what I'm saying? Chris Cross had performed, you know what I'm saying? And I saw him, like physically saw kids rapping. And I thought they was rapping to their own beat. So I'm thinking, my dad got the equipment and the mic. I could do the same thing they doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So pretty much just try and I just start learning how to make beats. You know what I mean?
So are you saying that you was influenced by Chris Cross?
Yeah, all the way.
Man.
A few. It was
That's
like Chris Cross, Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but they are the, initiators, I want to say. You know what I'm saying? That made me say, I can do it. You know what I mean?
That's real. And what I want, warm it up, Chris.
Yeah,
you know
shout out to Jermaine Dupri for putting them on.
Yeah, for real, man. He didn't put on a lot of acts, man. That's what he did. Shout out Jermaine Dupri for real, man. And speaking of Dupri, man, we know you moved around. And what was your next stop as far as Akron? How'd you get up out of there or whatever?
Man, before I left Akron, though, I had me and my homeboys had went on a trip to New York on some just humbug, like let's just try to get some stuff going. Went out there with some CDs to pass out and stuff. Make a long story short, we ended up running into Lil Wayne, and I gave him a CD, and I was like, hey man, I'm a producer. If you like my beats, just hit me up. My phone number on the CD.
Just like circle what? Like what year we talking about?
2004.
Yeah.
This was like 2004. And then
like father, like son.
The next week his manager hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's a track on here called Postman, man. We Wayne in here freestyling, he got it on repeat. He loved this. You know what I'm saying? He been telling me to hit you up, so what's up?
You did that Postman shit?
Yeah. Oh, you heard it? That's what's up.
Bro, that's my shit. Look. Hey, bro, I mean, I like the Lil Wayne when he had choppers and all that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that Postman was my shit. That came out a couple years ago.
Yeah, it came out like 2006.
Yeah, he ate on that hoe. Salute to you, man.
Oh,
damn, I didn't know you did that shit. I'm learning shit every day.
Man, for real, it's like a lot of cats don't ever, you know what I'm saying, do what you did as far as just jump out there and just on a whim, with some friends and say, let's just go, we talented, let's get out there and do it. As far as once you met Lil Wayne and of course even, legendary Postman, get on that, kind of where did it take you after that?
I don't know, it gave me a little more confidence in myself as a producer.
Yeah.
So it kind of like made me like stop really focusing on being like a rapper. Yeah. And I was like, man, I'm gonna just make beats. And my homeboy, his uncle he was running a dealership in Alabama. And he was like, just telling me, man, you need to come out here. You could just go back and forth to Atlanta and just, you know what I'm saying? So I did that. So I was selling cars, and then like on the weekends, me, him, and my other homeboy, we would just go back and forth and just pass out my CDs, and they was rocking with me, like I said, like a support system. And then ended up getting picked up by one of my homeboys, and his name KO. He made a lot of tracks for a lot of cats in the industry, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, shout out KO.
I signed with him for 5 years, and we got some work in, like working with, a lot of cats, and it was...
This is ATL, this ATL era,
This was in Atlanta, yeah. So I moved from Akron to Alabama to Atlanta.
Who was some of the artists that you and KO worked with?
Man, Rick Ross, Mac Main, Birdman, Shorty Low, Benzino, Bobby Valentino. He got me in the studio with Jeezy, Ludacris.
Man, that's real.
Some of the names that's like, more bigger.
Who was your favorite artist working with?
My favorite artist working with is his name is David Militello. It was at the time he was 11 when I was working with him. I think he's 16 now, but he's a young dude. He was on America's Got Talent, Nickelodeon shows, and Disney stuff like that.
Just going back and forth to Atlanta and everything else, man. Did you ever think that this would ever be a dream come true?
Always. I never was like thinking it wasn't gonna happen. You know what I mean? I always thought it was gonna happen, pretty much.
And that's real, man. It's like even being in Atlanta and being around these kind of artists. Is there any artists just from your Atlanta run that you was like, man, I can't believe I'm here with this dude, or they say, hey,
Oh yeah. All of them.
Yeah, I mean, which one had the most? Like when someone said, hey, what's name's about to pull up, he's about to come to the studio. Which one had you like, oh, you serious? Let me get my shit right. You know what I'm saying? Anyone that kind of stood out to you, like really just had you like on kind of edge a little bit? Not really. Say you
all of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm dead serious. It was just like every time I'm in the studio with one of them, I always had this thought, I can't believe this. Like even this right here, like it's kind of like,
Appreciate
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Shit, we the same goddamn way, man. You made a goddamn Postman. That was my shit. Yeah, bro. I really don't fuck with Wayne music like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I do like Lil Wayne, but like that song always stood out to me because of what he was saying on there. It's a real live track. So it's an honor to have you here, man. It's an honor. After Atlanta, you went to Cali.
Went to Cali.
Going back to Cali, to Cali.
Yeah, that was one of the hugest risks that I probably ever took. You know what I mean? Taking or however. But because I ain't know nobody. You know what I'm saying? Coming here, like it was just like really just the thought of if I could do it in Atlanta, I could do it in LA. Yeah. So I came here and did the same thing. I was like, man, starting off, I'm gonna just get a job at a dealership again. You know what I'm saying? So I was working at a dealership, and after I left the dealership, things start picking up musically, of course, because I was focusing more of my time on, you know what I'm saying, the music. So, you know, the more active you are, I think with anything, the more active you are in it, the more results you're gonna see, and hopefully sometimes the faster. So yeah, I've been in Cali, for 3 years, and out of those 3 years, 2 of those years is when I really start focusing on music. You know what I mean? And yeah, things have been, picking up, man.
Really. What is the difference between LA and Atlanta?
I want to say cultures. You know what I mean? Like, not that, of course, Atlanta doesn't have Hispanics or whites that listens to hip hop or whatever, but in LA, it's just like, man, it's just so diverse. You know what I mean? I went to Kanye's concert, and of course that's Kanye, but even at a Kanye concert, when you seeing a mixture of Hispanics, whites, blacks, Asians, you know what I'm saying, all together listening to, one person, it's just like, man, it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's one of the best places you can do when I feel like I'm more broad when it comes to my music. So I don't necessarily have one style of music. So not saying that that's what Atlanta is about, but I just feel like my chances of, being more successful would be better in LA because of those reasons, though.
Do you feel like LA was hustle and bustle is more up tempo than Atlanta, as far as music wise?
I feel like it's the same. But the only difference is I feel like there's more opportunities in LA when it comes to hustling. Yeah. But like how you said, so it's like in Atlanta you can hustle, with the music so many ways. LA, it's like, shoot, I'm not saying it can't happen in Atlanta, but it's more possible that I might run into somebody who's like, hey man, I need somebody to do bachata music. You know what I'm saying? And they like, you think about that, it's like the chances, and it happened to me, like since I've been in LA, I've been running across, like Spanish speaking Spanish singers who like, I need some kind of like Latin flavor kind of music. Not once did that happen to me in Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like that kind of cross marketing, cross genre kind of deal.
And just real quick, tell us about some of the people you done touched out there while in LA. Some of the
in LA.
Some familiar names that people may know.
Man, Mad Lion,
Yeah.
The Game.
Oh yeah. The game was a face-to-face meeting?
It was through internet. But
Okay,
I
yeah.
submitted some tracks to him, and he told me, like, dude, you got some heat. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, I need you to, continue to submit tracks to me because I want to pick something for my next album. So
Good job.
I'm hoping, what I mean, something like that go through. But also, you got The Game. I said Corrupt, Mad Lion.
There's some names right there, man. You still looking for Kendrick? You trying to touch Kendrick? You trying to holler at him and his people
Man,
out there?
Kendrick ain't gonna rock with me, man.
Man.
No, I hope so though. One day.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Man, and not giving them too much, you know what I'm saying? Unless you do want to, tell the youngsters how to get it out there. When a stranger to a new city gets somewhere and he's bringing his music, whether he's a producer, artist, or writer, what is the first thing, like he's out there by himself with just his talent and his product? What's the first thing he should be trying to do when he touches down a new city?
Go to the areas where it's popping. you know what I'm saying? And just
hoard them.
put your feet in them streets, you know what I'm saying? And get to shaking some hands and, tell
Network.
people your name, you know what I mean?
Keep your cell phone battery charged.
Yeah.
That could be the worst. You don't pull out no pencil and no paper, man. They gonna look at you like you crazy, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, to be a man of multiple talents, to be able to be a producer, a writer, a singer, also the rapper.
I would call that nigga Prince. Fuck that. That nigga, I mean, goddamn. Yeah, that nigga there. Produce, arrange, on drums. That nigga does it all, man. God damn.
That man do the macaroni, everything, man. That man do everything. I mean, if you had to hone in on one that was like something that you'll lean towards, saying, if I'm gonna blow and my name's gonna be on this as this, JI, what would it be as far as your thing?
If I had to pick, it would have to be producing. You know what I mean? I just feel like that's the foundation. You know what I'm saying?
Any reason why? Is it because it's? I mean, I know it's brought you a lot of accolades, but is it because just that's where stars come in? Some people get in there right first.
Because
Some
that's
people
where
make
it
a beat
started
first.
for me. Like before I wrote a rap, I made a beat. I made a beat before I wrote a rap in
That's
my
real.
life. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
real.
yeah, that's just where it started. You know what I mean?
And I want to talk about journeys real quick, because a lot of people don't know what someone been through, and they watch our interviews and they try to listen and learn and try to understand things. The journey as far as from 7 years old, sneaking in your dad's room trying to play with stuff up until now. Tell us about kind of possibly what was one of the lowest times that you felt like, man, am I gonna do this? Is it gonna make it?
Which time?
Yeah,
Damn.
Yeah.
It's so many of those times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I can't even, because they all are equally as like what I do.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm over here trying. Like, why you, like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. There's plenty of times, man.
All right, well, not even to go in detail on that, but with that being, saying that's something that kind of geared you up to now, what's one of the times that you felt like, whether it's the Wayne record with Postman or whether it's, getting in the studio with KO and just kind of meeting all these people, what's one of the times that you just sat back and said, man, I'm here. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I made it. Anytime that you kind of felt like, wow, you know what I'm saying? I can't believe I'm actually doing this right now.
Well, I always get that feeling of I can't believe I'm actually doing this. You know what I'm saying? Whenever there's something.
That's real. That's real.
But I just, of course, because I don't feel like I have, I still don't say like I can't believe I made it yet. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel like I've made it yet. You know what I mean?
Real talk. That's real. That's how you gotta look at it.
Yeah.
Man, and just to get, to know you a little more, you know what I'm saying? Steve Jobs said he used LSD, got him creating. You know what I'm saying? To, come up with Apple and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything that you say, man, I need this to, get in my creation mode. I need this to make this art. You know what I'm saying?
Well, heroin is always a good. No, I'm just playing.
He try to get you to snitch on yourself. Yeah, nigga, I smoke weed,
No, I'm just,
drink alcohol, drink syrup. That nigga want you to just tell it.
Some artists will come here and tell you I can't do this without that. You know what I'm saying? I can't make this art without that. You know what I'm saying?
I will say, you know what I'm saying, Mary J, of course.
Hey.
Of course, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Colorado, man.
All day, you know
California,
what I'm saying?
baby.
With no apologies, you know what I'm saying?
No apologies.
But, yeah.
They call it California Kush. They got that Khalifa Kush out there.
That Khalifa Kush, which I still haven't tried, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all got that good weed out there. That good weed.
OG Bobby.
Shout out to my brother Antoine. He be like, man, we finna roll some squeaks.
Man, it's real, man. And you know, as far as just all the music you've put out there, you know, even now with your album coming out, even when you know go up to people and say, "Hey, I make music, I do this," do you just say like, "Oh, I'm," you know, just let them listen and kind of come back and ask you who's producer, who's arranging the music, who's writing, or do you just come up and say, "I produced it, I write it," you know, do you do all that up front, or do you let them come back and kind of come at you with that question?
Yeah, I let them come. I let them ask me the question.
Okay, has it always been that way, or you kind of just said, I'm gonna stop telling them I do
Well,
all
it depends. Like if I'm presenting it to like a label or something like that, then I'm gonna let them know like, yeah, hey, I produced this, I wrote this. But if it's just like somebody's like, I'm just getting their opinion back, I wouldn't tell them I made the beat. I'd just be like, check this song that I just did. You see what I'm saying?
For real,
that's
for
it. But majority of the people that I let hear, they already know that, you know what I'm saying, I produce and stuff.
And because you know this person's gonna be watching this very shortly, who's an artist that you just really want to reach out and touch and have them, you know, either get on a track with you or rap or sing off your beat, you know what I'm saying? Who's somebody you really trying to touch out here?
When you say out here, you mean just period or
Just in period, just in this industry, just whatever.
There's so many, man. It's well,
Give me
lately,
three top that you really just would love to be on your just be creating with you.
Well, of course, Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's
shout out to Kanye too, man. He hopped in the paparazzi
Actually, right now,
the other day.
I'm just gonna go. We going like mainstream industry?
No, I didn't want to know mainstream. No, I didn't want to go. I didn't want to know mainstream.
Well, all right. Well, two. I only get three though, right?
Get three.
So,
yeah.
I'm gonna go. Of course, Kanye, and I would love to rock with Future on a track. You know what I'm saying? Like.
A lot of people knocking Future, man. Why would go ahead and tell us why you would like to get with Future? A lot of people knocking.
He's a genius, man. Future is a genius.
Tell him, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like
people knock the geniuses.
People say, you know, whatever they say because of the topics that he talk about and stuff like that. You know, because I've heard some people say that they feel like he's influencing the youth in a bad way, but at the same time, it's still a song, and you know, you got movies that's you know, influencing kids on.
Yeah, I think I think he's an artist that definitely sees the bigger picture.
Yeah, I mean, his melodies is insane. Almost every line he says is something that has some significance. You know what I'm saying? And
that don't make you want to go back to ATL for a little bit.
I'm going back. I'm gonna go back for a couple of weeks.
That's real, with a lot of more accolades, man. All right, that was two. You got a third one.
Oh, the third.
Yeah.
Man. It's this girl I've been listening to lately. Her name is Doja Cat. You know what I'm saying? She dope. She got this song called So High.
Yeah.
Man.
Is it because the song's called So High, or just you really want to work with her?
It's a little mixture of both. It's knowing that she will be comfortable in the studio blazing, you know what I'm saying, as we create. No, but she's dope though, you know what I mean? Like just she sings, she raps, and you know.
That's real.
Yeah.
And I think you mentioned out in LA you actually established your own, you know, business, or you actually established your own studio session setup, right?
Yeah, I have a small recording studio in Burbank, California.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were set.
Yeah. It's a nice area.
For those, for those who haven't been to Cali, tell us if you know, for a Texas native that want to go to Cali and ain't never had no good food, where should they touch down in the Los Angeles, Burbank area?
Man, don't ask me. I'm gonna tell y'all to go to a.
People keep talking about Roscoe's, but I know it gotta be something else.
I'm gonna tell y'all to go to an authentic Mexican spot. You know what I'm saying? He's a vegan. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I do. I don't, you know, eat meat heavy like that. That's why he said that. But yeah, you know, like authentic Mexican food is slaps. It slaps.
What about in Atlanta?
If I was
they got so many goddamn Waffle Houses.
Yeah, they got the
Everywhere,
Waffle
bro.
Houses,
I was
but they
looking
got
for
the soul
Cheddars.
food
I was like,
spots,
damn.
man.
Waffle House everywhere.
Yeah.
I thought 2 Chainz was joking when he said our first day was the Waffle House. I'm like, yo, but I see why.
Yeah. Y'all
And,
see, I just shoot earlier. I asked y'all like, where the nearest Waffle House? Because I
Texas-
ain't been to Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, in a minute. So
Texas have a Whataburger. Is that out there in LA anywhere else?
nah, that was
that-
my first time ever having it.
Never had Whataburger?
I just had it for
Tell
the
it.
first time.
Every moment of silence. Just from an Akron to to Atlanta, LA. How was Whataburger? Tell us.
Slap City. I was saying, Slap City. I got the melt. I got the melt. It was
Yo, shout out that patty melt, man. For real. For real.
So that patty melt got you hooked, bro.
man. I wish they had one in LA. That would be off the chain.
Shout out Whataburger.
Shout out Whataburger.
Man, that's real. That's real, man. And man, I'll tell you, man. A lot of artists come through here, and they want to get to a position where you've touched the kind of people you've touched, and kind of done the things you've done already. Just hearing your story, what's the most important thing that you would say to a new artist, whether it's a producer, whether it's a rapper, a singer, a writer, to kind of attack or kind of go into to get their foot in the game to touch these artists? What's the most important thing you would want to let them know that they need to kind of do whatever?
Utilize every platform. Utilize every platform. That's networking face to face, shaking hands. Every social media. You know what I mean? Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Google some information too. You know what I mean? I do that a lot, honestly. You know what I mean? And picking up the phone too. It's a lot of phone numbers out there that you can call, get some contact with.
One thing that sitting here listening to you, I noticed that you did was you got out here basically with $1 and a dream, and you put yourself out there. A lot of artists complain about DJs not playing their music, and sometimes it's been conflicts and misunderstandings. But you as an artist, from listening to how you did, you went from Alabama to Atlanta to Cali, and you down here in Dallas right now, and you finna go to Austin. Can you please tell artists, producers, anybody that's doing any kind of artistry, how important it is to really get out here and grind?
Definitely the most important. I think it's the most important key. Action. Staying active, and being consistent, because everything you do, pretty much the less you work, the longer it's gonna take. The more you work, normally the shorter it's gonna take. You know what I mean? Pretty much. I just think action is the most important thing you can, act upon, for real.
Yeah. Lights, camera, action. Before we go, what was the name of that project, the album that you're coming out with?
All right, so I dropped a couple mixtapes in promotion for the album.
What are those mixtapes?
The first one I dropped was Conscious, and then the second one I dropped was No Filter. Conscious was more so a collective of just a whole bunch of different genres, a variety of musical pieces. No Filter is more so just trap based when it comes to the beats, but the songs are still like, they still have some deep meaning, but it's just real explicit. I'm like, cussing, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
real
it's like
swear
no
words.
filter, literally. It's like I'm speaking my mind about, certain things that I've been through, on the negative side with females, with friends, that, I ended up falling out with, and, a lot of stuff actually. Whenever y'all get a chance, JI _Megadream. That's my SoundCloud, so y'all check that out.
And that's what I was gonna ask you. The title and No Filter, but you just said it, because how open you are on this album. The title for Conscious, why'd you come up with that?
Because it's more of a conscious feel. It's more of a like, okay, this guy is like, he's not being what some may consider disrespectful, because they might consider No Filter disrespectful.
Yeah.
But they might not. The majority of people who hear it not going to consider conscious disrespectful. It's more uplifting. You know what I mean?
And you know, not being biased or anything, because you sitting here on this couch or anything. Tell us, what do you feel as someone coming from Atlanta, the scene in Atlanta, touching all the artists you touched LA and doing your thing out there? What do you see from the outside looking in? What is Dallas doing wrong with music, and what are we doing right?
Dallas?
Yeah, the Dallas hip hop scene.
I don't know. I couldn't even speak on that,
Man,
because I don't. You know what I mean? The
That's-
only thing
you
I
just
would
said
say
a
is
mouthful right there, man.
yeah,
Don't even know.
yeah.
Don't even see it. Shout out to the Dallas artists though, man. Step your game up, man. You know what I'm saying? Get
Yeah.
out here and put that work in. Like he said, let's work. Or what was the mantra he used?
What's that?
Yeah, less
Action.
action. It's gonna take longer.
Oh yeah. Oh, the less you work, the longer it's gonna take.
That's as much as, I mean, you said a mouthful right there, you know. I mean, just to stop, like you said, you was working at a car dealership. You was working at a car dealership and you said, I'm gonna put more time into my music because it's my passion. And the quicker things happen compared to a 3-year project, you know, saying I'm gonna put out these 10 songs in 3 years and it's gonna be live and we're gonna love, people will forget, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know, it's definitely something that I think people should take away from this.
Mm-hmm.
And before we, you know, wrap things up, we like to get, you know, real comfortable with our artists and our guests, you know, Bill Cosby.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel? Yeah, you out there in LA too. You know, you out there with the Starz. What do y'all feel about Bill Cosby out there? Did he do what they say he did, or is he?
I don't think he did it in the way they presenting the way he did it. You know what I'm saying?
How you think he did it?
I don't think he raped nobody. Is what I'm saying.
Ah,
The man used to kick it with Hugh Hefner.
I don't think. I don't.
Player.
I mean, this is. We talking about a rich, famous at the time, a rich, famous person who could probably have any woman that he wanted, and the
Right.
girls that he had around were probably, you know, groupies / actresses who were just trying to, you know, get their foot in the door however they could, and they was okay with the pills.
You know what, bro? I keep trying to tell
It was
niggas.
okay.
I keep trying to tell niggas. If you go back to the Cosby Show, Theo's teacher was a porno star, bro. The one that played Theo's teacher. If y'all do y'all
Man,
research,
please tell me her name so I can Google her.
I don't know. I can't remember her name.
Google's a hell of a job.
But she, the one that played his teacher, bro. Bro, if y'all watch the Cosby Show like I grew up watching that motherfucker, you know what? I can picture the bitch right now. She was a little older, but yeah, she was a freak though. So, you know, Bill had the freaks on his show. He didn't know it.
I mean, you know, that's Bill. So, California, Hillary or Trump? What they feeling?
You know,
What you
I
feeling?
think me.
Yeah, what you feeling? Let's
Let's
get right into
I
it.
don't get involved with politics, man. I don't speak on politics.
I mean, if you had a choice,
But what I will say is it looks like from where I'm at, it just looks like Donald Trump is what people are feeling.
I mean, they did pick Arnold Schwarzenegger out there to run
Yeah,
the state,
I mean-
so they would automatically have picked Donald Trump. They automatically would pick Trump to run the country. I mean, it only
Yeah.
makes sense out there in LA, man.
Yeah.
Man, and you know, last, you know, we try to ask everybody, you know, what would you say just coming up in the game? What's the fakest thing that didn't happen to you out here,
The
man?
fakest thing.
Fakest thing that didn't happen to you. To the point where you looking back, sitting on this couch like, man, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, no.
But I gotta talk about it.
I ain't gonna talk about none of that. Just listen to my music, you'll find
All
that out.
right, hey man, can we get a track number? Can we get a give us?
But before I do want to shout my homeboy Chuck out. This is one of my right hand mans right here. You know what I'm saying? And Fast Money Flav. You know what I'm saying? All day, every day. One of my day ones right there. Shout out Deli. He came out here on the trip with us. You know what I'm saying? So he out here supporting.
And I know people gonna try to find out who you are now, and Google you, and trying to find your beats and see what they doing wrong and see what you doing right. Tell them how can they find that music, man.
Well, first and foremost, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Y'all gonna want to follow me on Snap. Y'all think DJ Khaled got the keys? I got the key. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. But JI_Megadream. No, I'm just talking shit though. But JI_Megadream. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, Twitter. Any social media, just JI_Megadream. You'll find me.
Which one would you respond to first on? You know, a lot
Snap.
of people. Okay, y'all
Snap.
know what it is.
Y'all wanna get
Y'all
me
heard
up
it
on
here
Snap.
first. Well, you know what it is, man, J.I. We definitely salute you coming through, man. And if the world don't know you yet, or at least in Dallas, they gonna know you now, man. You definitely are a real life street star, man. We salute, man.
Oh man, I appreciate everything, man. For real. You know what I mean? And
Keep it
again, the album On Your Way, coming soon. And if you in the LA area, you know, every month we throw in Let Me See That Aux Chord event. It's for all producers, artists, videographers, photographers, models, to all just come together, network. If you're an artist or producer, you plug in the auxiliary cord and play your song in front of everybody. Let everybody know who you is and get your music out here. Let me see that aux chord.
That's real. You heard it here first, man. Real life street stars. Yeah.